These are school buses used in the American system. The buses will be refurbished. The doors will be on the appropriate side for safety. And I think most importantly, the speed on these buses will be governed. So they won't be able to drive above a certain set speed to ensure safety of the children. On some of the buses, where there is connectivity, we will place cameras. The collection of fares will be digital. This marks a transformative step in making school transportation safer, more reliable, and more affordable for Jamaican students.
People are going, welcome back to my channel. So I uploaded the previous video on another platform, and someone asked me if that is my real voice, or if this is my real voice. Yes, this is my real voice. However, I did something to it. That's why it sounds like this. I said a big mouth dog, then out I don't wanna stop back. My neighbor them dog. I said it dog come like him afraid. As night come in start back non-stop. Yeah man, so like me I say, yeah, my real voice this. Alright. Let me tell you now something. A lot of YouTubers believe that just by turning on their camera, sitting in front of it, and chatting, they come across as more authentic than someone who doesn't show themselves. The thing showing their face give them a personal connection with the audience, like they are being real. It's not really about showing yourself. And I guess people should know by now that what they see on camera is not real. You see people come and laughy and a dubby on camera, and behind camera they live bad. So you should know by that. You should know by now. Right? Furthermore, if that is your personality, that is okay, but don't have a problem with people who prefer not to show themselves on camera. Because some people private like that, including myself. You understand? Furthermore, I don't want nobody know me. I don't want a soul know me. Yeah, I don't want famous. Yeah, I want to upload my thing them. Whether them get 1 view, 2 views, 3 views, it don't matter to me. I just upload my thing them and I'm gone. I not in a no collab, I don't want nobody know me. Nor nothing like that. Cause when me leave out of my house and go to my vehicle and drive go where me go, me don't want nobody out the road a bell me down. And I say they know me from YouTube. Me don't like them something there. I am an introvert. As you heard in the voice note, Andrew Holness will be importing 100 old American school buses, refurbishing them. I guess he's not the one who's gonna fix them up. They're gonna get fixed up overseas and then sent to Jamaica. And then I'm gonna put them on the road in rural areas to transport students to and from school. So the big question is, will the student actually take the bus? Especially since they aren't used to taking buses, and you know our rural school picnic can be stush, right? Them very stush. So according to Andrew Holness, the buses will start rolling out in September. You know, when I was going to high school back in the 90s, there was a dedicated school bus system for prominent high schools students in rural areas. The Glenbury High School bus was one of those American school buses. We used to call it a trough because we used to say it was ugly. So this is not the first time American school buses will be in Jamaica carrying students. But this time it is different because Andrew will be getting a fleet of them. Now the dedicated school bus system faded out in the 2000s because students refused to take them after they got to a certain age, including myself. I mean, I didn't went to school in the 2000s. I finished high school before 2000. Late 90s, right? Yeah, but it continued on until in the 2000. Yeah, so even in the 90s, as soon as I reached one, I took the school bus in Farm 1, Farm 2, probably Farm 3, and as soon as I reached Farm 4, or Fourth Farm, I refused to take the bus and prefer taking a taxi. And Mr. Pitney, them school Pitney in 2000 still have the same attitude. As soon as them get big, them don't want to take a bus again. The bus boring, man. But nowadays, when I take a school bus here, it is safer. Time never really so dangerous when I go to school in the 90s. Trust me. Because, one time I took a taxi and I was the only student in it. The other passengers were teachers. In fact, the only reason why I took the taxi is because I knew the teachers. So I went into the taxi because the taxi driver was fairly new, and normally me not go just go in one taxi with a new driver like that. But because I saw the teachers inside of it, so I went into it, and I knew that I would be coming off before them as well, because I had an idea where they live. So I went into the taxi. So the taxi man drove the taxi to his house because he had to pass where he was staying before he reached my house. So he got out of the car, went around the back of his house, or the house where he was staying, and came back with a water hose, or hose as we say in Jamaica. The man screwed it on to a low pipe that was in the front of the yard, and then him start washing the car with us inside. The teacher is like, what was he doing? Or what am I do? Everybody confused. Then the man not do anything. The man just opened the front door and said to the teacher who was sitting at the front, to come out of the car. And then he shouted, get out, to us who was sitting at the back. So we come out of the car. When we come out of the car, a man starts spray water upon we. The man starts spray water upon him. Upon we have to run. And I was saying to myself, how in heaven's name I did not react, knowing myself and my type of personality. But it's small still. Yeah, man. So we ran until we reached the roadside because the house is not far away from the main road. So when we reached the roadside, we saw a taxi. And the taxi stopped because we were wet, we drenched. So probably must say, oh, them people are wet outside, rain and fall. So he stopped and asked us why we so wet and rain wasn't falling. So we told him what happened, and he said that the taxi man was mentally ill. The taxi man said the taxi man was mentally ill. He was a Jamaican, but he had been living in England for a long time. So I say, and the man even said the police knew the man was sick and did nothing about it. So the police knew that the man was mentally sick and was a man drive taxi. I knew that he was from England because he had the accent. But I think I right, it's Smaddy. And like I said, the only reason I took his car, I went into his car, is because I knew the teachers. And I knew that I would be getting off at my stop before them. So I felt completely safe going into that taxi when I'm at Smaddy. So I don't know what happened to him after that. But I never... Well, the taxi man did have one passenger in his car, so that passenger was near his house. So he was so kind that he told the driver that he will walk to his house. And so the driver told us to get into the car, and we went into his car, and he took us to the nearest police station. And the teachers at least reported what happened. And I never saw the man again. I don't know what happened. But I was saying it to someone years later, and that person said they remember the incident. And I was telling that person that I was a student that was inside the taxi, and the person was telling me that he heard that the man's daughter came from England and took him back to England. Yeah, mad people like they look pan Big Ben. You know them have a saying in Jamaica, say when the Jamaican them over England look pan Big Ben, then get kinky. You understand?